I want to talk about Coach Dave for a little bit because he's still in the game, still leaving an impact on young men. You played for him nearly 30 years ago. What were some of the things? Nearly 30 years ago, this guy was in his 20s, probably early 20s. Mm-hmm. What were some of the things that he'd instill in you guys, him being not much older than y'all, mm-hmm. and why would you even listen at that time? Where, I mean, you see currently teenagers won't listen to someone. Oh, you barely removed from high school. I ain't listening to you. What you know? So what made y'all listen to him, and what was some of the game he had?
The thing is, even some of these teenagers and even people who out here, really out here in these streets, they listen to people that they respect. That's my thing. I ain't grow up in the street and all that kind of stuff, or grow up having to do a certain thing. But even to this day and age, I can pull a dude who on the edge that pretty much nobody could talk to, because they listen to people that they respect and that they see move a certain way. Even with Dave, I knew that even at that point, Dave was in the street, but Dave had such a love for what he was doing when he was coaching us and all that kind of stuff. He made you pay attention. When he talked to you and all that kind of stuff about what was going on, about what to expect, he painted the picture where he prepared you for the moment. So when the moment came, it was like, okay, this is what he was talking about, or this is what we practiced up to this point or whatever. So that's how we was able to get better, because we were able to swallow our egos and just listen. And like I said, that he was like the associate head coach. I don't even know what his position was. I don't even know if one day he just showed up because he was just cool with Johns, and he was just like, I'm rocking or whatever. Right. But it was just like what it was. And out of respect, we made sure that we listened to what he said, because he always kept it real with us or whatever. And every time that we listened to him, we just did it, it worked. Even like on defense, like defense was his catalyst.
Yeah, that's definitely his thing.
That was his thing. And when we approached it the right way, and you see how he is on the sidelines and all that kind of stuff. And we was dogs just like that on the court. I can even when I'm telling you the story and all that kind of stuff, it almost bring me back to the moment.
Yeah.
And it just make me that intense or whatever, because it used to be like 30 seconds into the game and we like riled up. Like it's like we like in the thick of things. Or it's like we used to be on the layup line and stuff like that, getting busy. And then at a certain point I would have to sit down because I was like too into the game, and I was starting to feel like almost like you about to hyperventilate, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that was like some of the kind of stuff that he kind of like instilled in us. He like made us like train dogs after me playing for Tone Rosa and stuff like that, and knowing what to expect, and coming up in a great family, a great family that where we was raised to be men and stuff like that, So it was kind of like what I needed at that point, especially coming from Rice, because we already felt like the stepchildren. Mm-hmm. So it was like, oh yeah, that's how people feeling about us, and they had a good slot for us over there. All we had to do was come in there and work for us. Nobody ever spoke to us and said, yo, if y'all come here, this is what y'all get.
Right.
But I knew what I was coming for, and I knew that every gym period, I was cutting that class, and I was coming to gym, and I was coming to show people what I was doing. Mm-hmm. And then after after homecoming, when we went crazy on Brandeis after homecoming, then they like, and now I was one of them, and then I was able to,
over there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got you.